my ultimate creatures of destruction. We finally got a ban list, which means we can finally have fun again. Woohoo!
We have so many decks that we are excited to update and show you, but Blue Eyes is one of our favorite decks of all time. It's like a fan favorite deck, and this is a tried and true tested deck. I've been winning locals with this for at least the last couple weeks, so I really wanted to bring this to you now that we know what is safe and how we're choosing to bring Blue Eyes into the next and upcoming format.
Yeah, we were terrified of the ban list, but good news is everything is fine now. Bry Guys tested the deck, and this isn't just some random BS list. We're giving you actual tested results. We don't screw around here.
And it doesn't lose the shifter anymore! Oh my god, yay! If you're new, we do not only the deck list, but also a full combo tutorial and test hand at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around to see not only what the card choices are, but how the deck functions with a 5-card hand.
So that being said, grab your dragons, grab your fiends, grab your smithereens, and let's get into the deck profile. I haven't said that in a while.
Starting off, obviously, with Blue Eyes White Dragon, we are only playing double copies. Kaiba ripped up the third, and this deck used to be known as Brick Eyes White Dragon. We don't want this card in our hand, so 2 is all you really need.
Yeah, we're not trying to build a house in here. We can barely afford anything with the cost of these engines anymore, so 2 is enough, and you can kind of get away with siding one out post-side, so there you go, pro tip.
Speaking of pro tip, this is the pro of the deck. It's the best card.
Speaking of pro tip, he's what I'd let put the tip in. This is Ultimate Rare Sage. He's the best card in your deck.
He's pretty too. Look at him go. What a beautiful foil.
He's gorgeous. He was one of the first cards I had a crush on. I also played Blue Eyes first before Dark Magician, believe it or not. Lore.
As seen on the thumbnail, we're playing Fiendsmith. So Sage is the best normal summon in the deck. It's a 1.5 card combo because you just need something to discard. This gets you the entire Blue Eyes combo and the entire Fiendsmith combo. So make sure you stick around till the end. Hopefully we'll be able to showcase that. On only normal summon, Sage can add a level 1 light tuner from your deck to your hand. The great part about Sage is that it's not once per turn. We have a field spell that allows us to get multiple normal summons. So if you open 1, 2 Sages, you can resolve this card multiple times.
We would talk about his hand effect, but honestly it doesn't come up very much, and I'm going to ask you to do the impossible and just read the card if it ever does.
The only time it can come up is in combination with our next card, which is triple copies of Maiden of White.
Lady.
This is the second best card in the deck because it has like 18 different effects. The main and most relevant one is you can discard, it says discard this card from your hand to place True Light from your deck, graveyard, or hand face up on the field.
Can't ash that, bucko.
This card also has the effect where if it's in the graveyard and you summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can summon this back from your graveyard. Both of these are once per turn. However, a free body every turn that gets you an extender every turn, like this card is absolutely insane. Sage, obviously, can grab Maiden. That's why this card is like the best normal summon in the deck.
It can grab other things too though, just you wait. Like me. Just kidding, moving on.
For our Blue Eyes spells, we are on triple copies of Wishes for Eyes of Blue. Not 1, but I'm choosing to play double copies of Roar. Obviously the 1 copy of like the field spell because you have to, and then the 1 copy of our True Light.
Okay, am I crazy really quick? Does Roar not look like Silver Cry? Like it
yeah, it does. Yeah.
It looks like Silver's Cry, and I'm like, oh, why do they keep doing that? They got Maiden, we got not Silver's Cry. I don't know. Anyway, that was just a thing I noticed. I don't know if you noticed it too.
Wishes, fun fact, says you can discard 1 card that says, I want to emphasize discard because this really comes up a lot. To add 1 light level 1 tuner and 1 spell or trap card that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand. So it's a 2 for 2. The reason that I'm choosing to play double copies of Roar is obviously we are playing multiple engines in this deck. With the Fiendsmith cards, you really just want a way to access the Blue Eyes. You want a way to get the extenders, and this is a card that you not only want to open, but have multiple copies of, because Wishes can be set on your turn and then also off the True Light on your opponent's turn to get that follow-up to just end the game.
I know there are some versions of the Blue Eyes deck right now that are really good in the grind game, and some people like going into the long game. This deck does not. The whole point of this deck is to just kill your opponent and end it.
Obviously, we're playing the 1 copy of Mausoleum. This is mandatory because it's searchable off of the brand new Link 1, and this gives you a double normal summon of a level 1 light tuner. This card also has a very, very special effect near and dear to my heart because it is literally just Orcust Nightmare. You can target a card on the field, send a card from your deck to the graveyard, and then the monster that you targeted gains the attack equal to the level of the monster you sent times 100. It's literally a very complicated way to say send Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to the graveyard and then increase the attack by 800.
That's an awful lot of words.
You may have seen that we are not playing the 1 copy of Majesty of the White Dragons. This card is very good in the pure or the Prime White version of the deck. However, we are playing Fiendsmith, so we already have copies of the Fiendsmith trap in the graveyard, and we have all of our Blue Eyes interactions Plus, we are going to play a smaller Primite engine with 3
Barrel.
copies of Barrel, only 2 copies of
the
Load, and then the 1 copy of Drill Beam.
Yippee, hate these cards. God, they're annoying. I'm gonna scoot these down just a little bit. There we go.
Having the Blue Eyes cards, having the Fiendsmith cards, the Fiendsmith Trap Engrave, and then also access to Drill Beam, Majesty just kind of felt like overkill, so we don't really need that card in our deck list. Plus, it's a trap, so it's just another brick. As I said before, Sage is the best normal summon in the deck, but we didn't want to cut this package in particular because Drill Beam is just such a powerful card. A recursive card that banishes and negates every single turn.
Very fun for your opponent.
And as Logan said, this deck doesn't want to get to the grind game, but it can, and these cards really just help you do that.
Especially because they can just recur.
I did mess around with the trap card and only playing 1 copy of the Load, but this is a Blue Eyes deck in and of itself, and it does kind of brick a lot of the time. So we really just wanted to have as much consistency as possible, so cutting a trap card, which is a brick, and adding 1 more piece of consistency, which either gets us the normal summon or the extender, is really all this deck needed.
Now remember, kids, 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 2 loads do make a Primite. I'm here. I'm here all week. I just thought of that.
And then moving on to everyone's favorite or least favorite part of the deck. That's my favorite
cry
part.
about it at this point. What are you gonna do?
We're playing 3 copies of Europrint Engraver.
He's cute.
The 1 copy of Lacrima, the 1 Lurie, the 1 Track, and then the 1 copy of Fiendsmith
Track is a full homeowner's loan at this point. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, post-Banlist. This is just where we're at. But hey, at least you can get Engravers now.
So why are we choosing to play Fiendsmith in Blue Eyes?
Because we want to win. Do I need a reason?
This deck has been out for over a month now. A lot of content creators have released content on it. I've done what you've done. I've watched the videos. I've play tested. I've seen the combo tutorials.
We've gone into debt.
They're kind of lying. Like, this deck loses to Nib. I'm not like, sure, you can get access to Drill Beam. You can maybe get access to the trap card. Any real deck is pushing through that regardless. If you're ending on double Spirit Dragon or like a Spirit and like 1 copy of a Seals with a back row, sure. But like, Nib cooks your entire board. Sure, you have back row and maybe hand traps to back it up, but if you are going up against one of, if not the best deck, Nib ruins your entire life savings. This engine fixes that entire problem while also providing you a longer grind game, which is something that Blue Eyes wants to do regardless, giving you layered interruption with things like Fiendsmith in Paradise in the graveyard, and then also provide you really cool synergy with, like, I don't know, Necroquip in the extra deck with discards to draw you more cards to get into either engine or non-engine to help you win the game faster. I know people hate these cards. I think, unfortunately, moving forward, I'm gonna ask you to do what we did. I despised these cards until I shoved them in a deck. These became my favorite cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! I think, genuinely, I like these cards more than I like any zombie cards, more than I like any needle fiber, more than I like literally anything. This might be my favorite engine ever released because of how good it is and what it does for rogue decks. I love you, I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Blue Eyes is a rogue deck.
I'm tired of making excuses for why I think my deck is good. Like, it's good because I built it this way and because the cards are good. If you don't want to play good cards, that is entirely your sovereign choice. But he's too nice. I'm done apologizing for why we're building decks the way we are. If you don't like it,
these are templates.
Leave. You're on a YouTube video. Go away. I'm not making you stay here, but like, I'm trying to give you as much of a chance to win as possible, and if you don't want that, then go play suboptimally. Bye.
And like, these cards can kind of be bricks, but in this deck, they're not because you have so many ways to discard cards. And you know what Lurie says? When discarded. Wishes plus Lurie is like full combo plus a billion. With 3 engines, you'd think that you wouldn't have a lot of room for non-engine.
Nah, shove more in there. We got a nut.
You're wrong.
We got loads, we've got nuts, we've got it all.
We got some forehead not feet.
Yeah, forehead not feet.
Triple copies of Droll.
Rock'em sock'em.
Triple copies of Effect Veiler, and triple copies of Infinite Impermanence.
Oh my Christ, do you guys know what Effect Veiler is? Effect Veiler is a level 1 tuner. Light tuner. Oh my god.
Crazy.
It took me like 2 seconds to be like, why are we playing Magnum? There's nothing here. And I'm like, oh, Blue Eyes is a dragon.
He's a dragon.
Is it Barrel a dragon?
Barrel's a dragon. Yeah,
oh
the real reason you're playing Magnuma is because when you make seals, you want a dragon to summon off of it, and you could summon Magnuma, and then at the end phase, grab your copy of Barrel for your normal summon for next turn.
No, you grab Blue Eyes.
You're definitely not
definitely
Blue
grab
Eyes.
the vanilla.
Please don't grab Blue Eyes. 13 non-engine though, still with 3 compacted engines.
Incredible.
And realistically, as I said, you can choose to cut like the Fiendsmith trap. You can cut down one of the Primite Lordly Loady Loads. you can cut down on the roar and fit in an additional 3. You want to play 3 Nib? You want to keep some of those and play 2 Ogre? Go for it. These are just templates. Feel free to change what you want. This isn't set in stone. This is
no,
just
it is actually. Play this.
Set in stone? Oh my god, like the Splody Stony?
Yeah, just like you. Yeah, it's all coming full circle here. We don't play those because they suck, but you can play them if you want. Fucking casual. Sorry.
Once again, the format has just started, so these can really be whatever you want.
Yeah, these are interchangeable. Things are subject to change.
Droll and Veiler, I think, are like mandatory in this deck because they are level 1 light spellcasters. Well, Droll's not a light, but it's a level 1 spellcaster, so you can make this with a Droll if you want. So you can just have these cards in your deck as like starters / extenders. But Droll, I think Rizal's gonna be really strong. I think to make up for all the hits that they have, they're gonna try to add a lot of cards. So Droll is probably just like one of the best things moving into the format. Maybe in a couple weeks, it's not good. Once again, you don't have to have this card. Change it out for whatever you want.
That is crazy that he just says 1 level 4 lower.
Oh, you're just reading it. I was like, what are you doing?
That's insane. Like,
Speaking of,
who wrote that? Anyway, let's go to the extra deck.
For our Link monsters, we are playing double copies of Spirit with Eyes of Blue. I'm gonna be honest. I like low-key kind of hate how they made every single card named the same.
There's like Spirit with Eyes of Blue, Dragon Eyes White Spirit, Dragon Blue Spirit White.
The Spirit of White Dragon.
The Chaos Max, Chaos Dragon Max, Max Chaos Guy. There's too many, man. Come on.
This guy on summon adds a field spell from your deck to your hand. It also has the ability where it can tribute itself and then summon a Blue Eyes monster from your graveyard. In this deck, it's just Blue Eyes. The only thing of note, if you haven't been playing Blue Eyes the last like 4 weeks, I don't know what you're doing, but this card locks you into dragon monsters while it is face up on the field. So if you like special of Blue Eyes, you can't trigger the Maiden in graveyard. So just keep that in mind when you're playing. It doesn't really matter all that much because we have a way to get off of that, and that is just the 1 copy of Seals. This is a generic Link 2 dragon.
Everyone's favorite dragon end board.
I don't know, you want me to say, like, it's just 2
Seals.
dragons.
You know what this card does.
It grabs Magnemite.
Stop it. Stop explaining the card.
Double copies of our Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, and then 1 copy of our Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. Like, why do they all, like, how many spirits do you have,
I wonder if that's where the airline got the idea. They just really wanted to feel like they were a part of the Blue Eyes lore.
Too bad they don't. You might notice that we are only playing 1 target for our Spirit Dragon, and the real reason is because the majority of our Blue Eyes cards are cards that retrieve Blue Eyes, summon Blue Eyes in defense mode. You can't end the game if Blue Eyes is in defense mode, so Blue Eyes plus Maiden is always going to equal a copy of Spirit. Spirit on his own is just a negate for like a graveyard effect as well, plus it can tag out into our Ultimate Spirit Dragon.
God, you'd think this was a seance or something with all the spirits in the room.
Moving on, our bridge. We're playing Link Spider. Who knew that you'd play this card in 2025 in the Blue Eyes deck. But this is why Sage is a 1-card combo, because like Sage plus Blue Eyes equals
Link.
Wow.
Oh!
2 effect monsters!
She didn't get banned. Why?
I don't know why this card didn't get banned.
I can't believe she's legal.
Then moving on, we're playing the 1 copy of SP, the 1 copy of Requiem, the 1 copy of Sequence, the 1 copy of our brand new beautiful QCR Desiree, the 1 Necro. Discard! When cards are discarded, you can draw a card. This card's insane in this deck. The 1 copy of our High King Wing Caesar, and then this card is really, really insane.
Chaos, baby.
Not only is Chaos Angel like the best card in the extra deck, but the really cool synergy here, you can actually access this through your Blue Eyes cards, because when Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, regular Spirit Dragon, tags out into Ultimate Spirit Dragon, at the end phase, it kills the thing it summons, which is Ultimate Spirit, and then when Ultimate Spirit dies, it summons back regular Spirit, which is a level 9. So any level 1 tuner makes a light, unaffected Chaos Angel.
Oh my god.
It's actually like really cool and comes up way more than you think it would.
There's so many spirits and angels. God.
No, this deck is like divine. Anyways, you now know what the deck looks like. Let's see how the deck plays.
Let's do a wombo combo. Alright team, it's been about 400 years since we've done a deck profile or a combo, so this is gonna be weird. But for those of you who don't know, we do a completely random test hand. We do not like rig it and try to give you some arbitrary combo that you could maybe do one day. We just give you a raw.
Here's 5 cards.
Yeah, 5 cards.
What they look like.
But we're gonna shuffle up, I will cut, and we're gonna walk you through a full combo. So make sure you subscribe and all that fun stuff. If not, we got a lot of decks coming. And yeah, with that, I'm gonna cut and we're gonna hope to God we get something. Bonk. All right, cut for good measure. That felt right.
Sure.
Have fun.
5 cards.
All right, kiddos.
We see Sage.
Incredible.
Beautiful. Droll. Awesome.
Nice.
We'll see the 1 copy of Imperm, 2nd copy of Imperm, and...
We're just better. Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god, they really left us to last night. I was freaking out.
Holy lord,
this
that's
hand's
insane.
Holy lordy load. Anyway.
So going first, obviously we have a full combo. We have full combo plus extender, and then going second, we have double imperm Joel.
Have fun.
You lose. Anyway, so we're gonna start off. I'll show the full combo because we did open the barrel, but you can really just kind of figure it out as we go. So we're gonna start off with normal summon barrel, activate barrel's effect. This is gonna set our one copy of our Lordly Load. I was just gonna activate it. The hand's a little weird.
Yeah, we'll move our hand down a little bit.
This is going to add our copy of Drill Beam. Put this down, even though it doesn't really matter. We're gonna link one.
Into anything.
Wow, wonder what it could be. We're gonna make our first copy of Spirit. Spirit's gonna activate. We're gonna grab the one copy of our Mausoleum of White. We're gonna activate Mausoleum. We're gonna activate Mausoleum. You can see it. Okay, activate Mausoleum, target our Spirit. This is gonna send the brick from our deck to our graveyard. And now we can activate our Spirit, tributing so that we are no longer Dragon Locks to summon the blue eyes from our graveyard. Isn't that cool?
What a guy.
Now we're going to take our normal summon of our second normal summon because of our field spell. We're going to activate Sage on our normal. This is going to grab our Maiden. And now guess what? Here's the bridge. We're going to take the blue eyes. He's going to turn into a little creepy spider.
Oh my god, that's an effect monster.
Effect monster! This is gonna make Moon. Anything on Moon, it doesn't have an effect.
Too bad.
So we're gonna make it into everyone's favorite.
Oh my god, Requiem!
Honestly, like the really cool part about the synergy between these decks is your opponent kind of like has to Ash this. So we're gonna activate this. If they have Ash, that's totally fine because like you have your full Blue Eyes combo here, right? Like you have Maiden still, you have all of the setup with like this still. Like they have to Ash this. So like Wishes is the main card to Ash in this deck, but this puts them on like a really hard decision. We're gonna play just to showcase what the deck can do. Obviously, we're playing as a fake opponent who doesn't have a hand because they're not real. So we're gonna say that Requiem resolves. This is gonna special our Lacrima. We're gonna activate Lacrima's effect here. This is going to send our Fiendsmith Engraver, Europrint, of course. Now, oh my god, there's like so many things. We're gonna move these down.
So many things.
We're going to activate our Requiem in the graveyard to equip it to our Lacrima. We can then contact fuse these two into our one copy of Necro Equip Princess. We're gonna try to put these cards
crazy,
all
by
together.
The way, that
it's just a Link 1 fusion monster.
So crazy.
And then, oh my god, you know what this card does? This card draws you a card when you discard a card.
No, here, I'll cut. Oh, okay.
To place True Light face up. Now you can cut.
Now
here,
I can cut. Okay,
nice
sorry, I got a little ambitious.
Shuffle here. Bam.
All right, don't worry.
I'm
gonna say it's Ash. Let's
gonna be
see.
the one of Magnamut because it's so sacky. Oh, it's Wishes. Oh my god, that's even better.
Sure.
That's like crazy. Okay, so now Fiendsmith in the graveyard here to shuffle back our Moon into the extra deck, and then now we can special summon our Fiendsmith. There he is. Do you have Nib? If you have Nib, which is usually where the choke point of this deck is, it doesn't matter because you know what? We have all this plus this plus this. You don't have Nib, so here we go. We're gonna overlay here into our DDD. So now we can just go for the Wishes here. This is gonna allow us to discard a card. We're gonna discard our copy of Imperm here because we have two of it. This is gonna allow us to add Effect Veiler.
That's so gross.
And our copy of Roar.
That's so disgusting that you can just add Veiler. That's whack.
We're now gonna activate our copy of Roar from our hand. This is going to summon a Blue Eyes monster, so we can just summon our Blue Eyes from the graveyard. Now, because we summoned a Blue Eyes, we can trigger our Maiden Engrave. Maiden can now summon herself, these two, 8 and a 1 tuner.
9.
This is going to summon our copy of Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Because we drew Wishes, we don't have to activate the True Light to get it, so we can just activate the True Light to summon a Blue Eyes. Woo! And now we can activate our Lordly Loady Load, declaring Blue Eyes White Dragon to summon the other Blue Eyes monster from our deck. And the cool part here is that we can't use effect monsters on the field for the rest of the turn. Doesn't matter, we're just gonna take both of these Blue Eyes White Dragons.
Incredible.
And we're going to turn them into our Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly
Dragon
Spear.
Endboy.
We're going to set our Imperm and set our copy of our Drill Beam. We have 2 hand traps in hand. This is a little messy here. So we're gonna pass on over into our opponent's turn. It's our opponent's turn. Obviously, we're gonna give them priority. I like to save the Drill Beam for any type of board breaker. I think we have a lot of control here on the board. Hieratic Seals contribute to bounce any card, so there's 1 interruption. Blue Eye Spirit Dragon can negate anything in the graveyard. So if your opponent goes like Lurie Effect Engrave, you can just negate it. Let's say we do that. We can then activate this to tribute it. This will then special summon from our extra deck an additional negate. At any point in the turn, obviously we have Imperm plus 2 cards, but because we were choosing to play Fiendsmith, we can also Lacrima effect, shuffle the Lacrima into the deck to target our copy of Requiem. We can then Requiem tribute itself to summon the Lacrima from the deck, and then Lacrima can then activate to send our copy of Fiendsmith in Paradise to the graveyard, giving us yet another interruption. This is like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Meanwhile,
9,
they're also not special summoning ever,
like
so
10 interruptions plus multiple forms of follow-up plus engraver engrave.
That's so crazy.
I think this is, in my opinion, the best way to play Blue Eyes moving forward. I think this beats the pure Blue Eyes deck hands down 10 out of 10 times. And moving into a Yugioh Malice format where they're a little bit stunted, I think this power level goes up infinite and allows you to sit at the table with the big boys.
I 100% think like Blue Eyes is like unironically like the best deck if piloted correctly now, and like Brian was playing this before in the previous format and was like winning locals with it, so I trust his judgment, and if you don't trust this board then I don't really know what you should trust in
And
life.
it's super fun, like this, it's Blue Eyes, man, it's such a fun deck.
Yeah, like it's the deck. What do you want? And that's it. So I think this is pretty cool. If you thought it was pretty cool, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, and let us know what you want us to do next, even though we're gonna do what we want to do next anyway. We love your ideas and opinions, and we will take them into consideration eventually. We hope you had fun. We haven't done a deck profile in forever. We are actually getting back into things, so hopefully you're still here, and if not, feel free to subscribe. We miss you. But thank you for watching this video. We love you. You matter. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, team.
See you, team. We're done.